Okay. Sorry, I'm running a few minutes late. Welcome, Stream Elements. Technically not late according to the schedule, but I am running a little behind for where I wanted to be right now. Why is that moving so much? Oh, no reason. Maybe the fan on my PC. Okay. Sorry, there was a curtain behind my monitor and I'm like, why? Oh, I think Russell's fan's on and it's blowing in that direction. That's what it is. Okay, so we are picking back up with our Bob Ross needle felt along extravaganza. We are in the middle of following along with the entirety of season 3. We're on episode 10. And we are maybe halfway done the campfire. Maybe. Link in the chat will take you to the tutorial in full on the Bob Ross YouTube page. We spend a lot of the time with the tutorial here in pause and muted for the most part. So if you want to have it in full with Bob's voice in the background, there you go. Alright, just trying to get myself to where I need to be here. Alright, so I almost forgot again, but I did get the fluff done last night. So I'm pretty sure it was the right fluff color. So we are working on our lake today. I know it's taken us quite some time to get through this season, and I do apologize for that, but for a while we were only doing it once a week. And this is not a fast medium for me, and we ended up doing a couple more that I had originally planned on skipping as well. So we also have to factor that in. I am using acrylic yarn. You guys can use whatever you want. The acrylic yarn was just gonna be better for my budget in the long run with the amount of colors I was gonna need and then the amount of fluff of those colors I was gonna need. So I could have tried to dye it, but I just don't have the time, nor the space, nor the patience to try to dye roving. So this is where we're at. I'd rather spend more time doing the thing than making the stuff to do the thing. Maybe one day I'll look into that, but for right now this is working, and it's working for me, so we'll just kind of keep going with that then. Now, he had a black canvas situation going on here. And then on the black canvas, he put down pretty much, I think, alizarin crimson over the whole thing. And maybe brown. I can't remember for sure. It's been a while since we first started. So since fiber and paint work a bit differently, I am putting down our fluff. Sometimes I will do the black canvas base if in fluff if a lot of the black shows through. This one had more of like the red feel of it from the beginning. So I decided not to do the black because I felt like that was probably gonna be silly if we're putting the deep dark red on top of it. So that's just decided just to dive in with the red since we had enough of this color. I was like, yep, I think that's where we're gonna go with that. So we have to finish putting in our dark base here. Let go. Thank you. Just had a little bit of a thin line that I missed. On up into there. So I want to get that now, since I noticed it, and before we get too far along. Okay. So let's go in here and grab the other one. I was actually thought I was going to start like a half an hour ago, and then I got distracted by something. Excuse me. And still didn't do the thing that I had started to get distracted by. I was like, oh, I need to do the thing, and then something else. I needed to do my treadmill log because I forgot to do it yesterday, and then something else distracted me, and then it just snowballed from there. So we're here now, though. So. And that hour flipping forward, I probably should have set an alarm. Because I woke up and poof, it was 10:30 instead of 9:30. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do want the hour flippy forward so it gets dark later. I don't like it when it gets dark early. Makes the night feel like it drags on forever. Alright. So just kind of working on getting the edge of our water in here. And I might come in and add a little bit of dirt around the edge of our pond here. Just to give that a little bit more shape. Gonna have to add another little piece there so I didn't get that quite positioned where I wanted to. Oh, now we're gonna be unstable. You were stable a minute ago. Switch. My buddy, my pal. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah! Alright. So last night we went around pricing lawnmowers. And the husband told me one price, and I'm like, that seems kind of low based off of everything else we looked at. So we drove over there, and then the guy's like, oh, so you know, this doesn't come with the, he's looking at an electric lawnmower. He's like, this doesn't come with the battery or the charger. And Russell's like, oh. He's like, you know what, never mind. So, and then he's like, well, do you have the battery and the charger? And the guy goes, yeah. And he's like, okay. So he went to go look at that, and the guy's like, I'd have to check to see if we have any in the back because they're expensive. So we have them back there. And I'm like, if it's in the back, this is hella expensive. And we walked down the aisle, and Russell's like, ooh, yeah. He's like, okay. So we ended up getting one from Walmart for more than I originally wanted to spend on this. But we were kind of between a rock and a hard place because we couldn't get the other ones started. And he was like, I really don't want to deal with the electric engines anymore, or the gas engines anymore. He's like, he's like, I want to try this. I'm like, alright. And then it wouldn't fit in our car. It partially fit, but we couldn't get it fully in the trunk, so we had to tie the trunk down and like lash the damn thing into the trunk. So that was fun. So he's out doing the other half of the yard. So it looks like we can get half the yard on a charge, like between ours and our neighbors. So he's doing the back half now. He's like, it's definitely a lot lighter than the gas ones. I'm like, you do realize that we're gonna have to do the grass more often though, right? We can't let it get too long, or else this thing's not gonna be real happy about that. He goes, yeah, probably. Okay. So we'll see how that goes. Because of that time change, I feel like I'm running behind. And I hate that feeling. Probably take a couple of days to shake out. did you fall over? Stop that. Oh my god, the area around my desk, my fortress of Niseydom, is such a disaster at this very moment. It is driving me crazy. But I can't do anything about it yet because I need to get this flower arrangement dealt with. So, did it make it on the second charge?
No, but I'm being cautious about the charge. It's not fully depleted yet, so...
How much is left?
Maybe like 20%.
That's kind of a pain in the ass.
Assuming that's accurate.
So was it handling the backyard okay?
Yeah. Now, I did burn through the battery a little bit harder this time because I turned on the high-speed mode when I was getting that big section of onion grass.
Mm-hmm.
So I did eat through a lot more battery doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be so bad in the future.
So you've got one more charge to do?
Yeah. I think one more charge should do it.
Don't forget the front porch, please.
Yeah.
So, I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the time change. But it'll be nice for it to be getting dark later. That I am looking forward to. I did get my treadmill in, so that was good. I was like, no, we have to get this done. And we have to get it done first thing, because if I don't get it first thing, it's just not going to happen. What shoes were you wearing?
Oh, my crummy blue ones. I don't care if they get messed up.
Are those the yard shoes now?
Yeah, probably.
All right. So let's see here. Okay, let's see about getting you tagged into there. I think I'm still gonna need a little bit of fluff right in there. I mean, I could try to fill that in with brown. But I don't know if brown's gonna quite cut it in there. We'll see. Now, I'm thinking I might try to do the reflections on this water. I don't always attempt it. Well, I don't really attempt it on the needle felting because I was like, it's gonna be too much, like too busy. But we might attempt it on this one. We'll see. See how this goes here. I have the tutorial paused on the reflection. Until we can get our water put in. And we'll figure it out then, I guess. So we are just about 13 minutes into a 26-minute tutorial, so I guess we're about halfway, roughly. Roughly. So hope everybody's having a good weekend. We're probably gonna have to do laundry tomorrow. Probably. Tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm thinking. So I'm kind of running off loud ass vehicles. I'm kind of running off of this edge and then going that way. I feel like we've got a little more edge over here that's already in place that I kind of want to work off of. This little bit of land here under my finger, that I think is going to end up being our chocolate brown. You okay, Momo? Or did you just get a drink? Hi, Momo. What's up? You have to pee-pee because I started streaming? Is that what this is? Lady, you started. I need to pee. Is Daddy able to get you, or do I need to?
Alright.
What's you coughing for?
He just got a drink of
He
water.
did get a drink?
Yeah.
I didn't hear him. Oh my goodness. Buddy.
Alright.
The vet believes he has a slightly narrow esophagus, so that's why it does that. When he gets a drink sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Okay. That little section is just being a little bit stubborn about filling in there. So I'm just gonna kind of go ham on that spot, I guess. Like, I don't want to cover up too much of our grassy stuff. But if that's what we need to do, that spot covered in, then that's what we need to do. Alright. Just gonna brush that down there. And then I'm gonna flip this guy over. And we'll pick back up with the next bit of fluff. I wasn't sure how much I needed to fluff last night. And I was starting to catch my thumb with the brush. And I was like, that's still sore. That's still very sore. It's like that skin just kind of starting to heal there. And need to be a little bit careful with it. So I kind of did what I thought would be just enough to get us through, and we might have almost made it with what I had done already. But I kind of didn't want to waste stream time on fluffing yarn if we could help it, since I've already shown you guys how to do the thing. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a time where I'll need to take care of that on stream, inevitably, but just wanted to get as much of that done as I could, and then I needed to go get the dishes caught up, because that was starting to become a loud voice screaming in my brain, since Russell still hadn't gotten them caught up. And like, it was bigger stuff, so we just kept moving it around the kitchen. I'm like, we just need to fucking get this done. I'm tired of moving it around, tired of being in the way. I can do it. So that took me about 45 minutes to get everything finished and caught up before my brain was like, okay, we can worry about something else now. And then I made a snack because I was hungry. And then I had to go to bed. I was like, damn. This fucking day just vanished after I got dinner done. Because as soon as I did get dinner done, and I like had to eat super fast, because then we had to go and price lawnmowers before stores started closing for the night, because nothing's open that late around here. Like, some stuff starts to close around 8, and I'm like, it's like gonna be 6:30 by the time I'm ready to walk out the door. And the place we wanted to go was about half hour, 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes up the interstate. And it being Saturday night, I didn't know what kind of traffic there was going to be with people heading up that way. I think we got there a little after 7. So it was kind of a pain in the ass to get there to find out it. He's like, I could have swore it said on the website that it came with it. When we got home, I looked it back up and I'm like, no, it says tool only. And he goes, how did I miss that? I said, I don't know, but you did. I said, it doesn't really matter now because you ended up getting the other one from Walmart, but we were actually going to price Lowe's. And I was like, did you check Walmart? Because Walmart might be a little bit less expensive than Lowe's. And when we walked into the garden center, they had the one brand that he had been looking at on Amazon. So he just kind of ended up going with that. Alright, so that needs another little bit. Alright, so the desk is a mess. Like, the area around my desk, like on the floor behind my desk, it is a fucking disaster. And I can't do anything about it because the one bag that's in the way has all the stuff for this flower arrangement. I can't put the flower arrangement together until I finish painting the pot. And I can't finish painting the pot until I get a fucking free moment to do it. And then the pot has to go outside and get sprayed. And probably sit outside for, like, overnight. To de-stinkify. Before I can bring it back in and get the glue gun going, and then I have to actually go outside and with the styrofoam because I need to cut that down. So I just bought a sheet of styrofoam because the pot's an awkward size. My mom wanted to use one that was on the front porch, but she wanted me to repaint it. But it's deeper than what we normally do. I was like, really? Are you sure about this? I could just buy a smaller one for a couple of dollars. There's an arrangement that we need to get off of the grave site because it did not weather well at all, and I don't remember how long it's been up there. But those flowers are in bad shape. I think they've been up there for a few months though, out in all kinds of weather. Like the edges are starting to fray and stuff. And I don't remember doing this arrangement, but the pot is painted in such a way that I had to have done it. Because Russell remembers the pot. I don't remember the flowers at all. And I'm like racking my brain for when this was from. It would have had to have been, I guess, their anniversary. Which would have been the end of August. So, I mean, I guess those flowers did okay. For being that long. Those particular flowers weren't the most sturdy either. They're pretty thin. Fabric material on them. So I'm not terribly surprised. I mean, fake flowers only do so well out in the elements. Still have the tiniest bit of gray poking through there, and it is pissing me off. At least it looks like it's gray. It doesn't look yellow. Like, the more I kept looking at it, the more I'm like, no. That's not being super cooperative. Cow, what we're not gonna do is bother Ed. You're in enough trouble, buddy. Leave Ed be. Now. Cow, no. Thank you. Keep going. Off. Leave Ed be.
Cow.
He's just being a dick today.
Oh, he's been dead for a few days now.
Woke up at one point to a crashing noise that seemed to come. No, when we first started to fall asleep, we heard a plastic crinkly noise. Couldn't figure out what the fuck was happening. He was messing with the plastic bag that the flowers and styrofoam and everything is in for this flower arrangement. And I'm like, motherfucker, leave it alone. There is nothing in there for you. Then finally got him to leave that alone, and then woke up later to a crashing noise. From my desk. Half asleep, and I couldn't really process what the fuck had fallen. And when I got up this morning and came over to sit at my desk to put my socks on and stuff, and get ready for treadmill fun, I realized then what the crashing noise had been. Somehow the fucker managed to knock over my vase that's holding all of my paintbrushes and my pens and the stuff that I'm using frequently. All over my desk, all over my chair, all over the floor. I'm not even sure if I managed to find everybody. I think I did. I guess we'll find out. It's just like, really, dude? It's like, was that effing necessary? You shouldn't have even been up there to begin with. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to go and get Fun Tack next time we're at Walmart or something, so that I can start fun tacking down all of my tchotchkes so he doesn't topple them and break them. I was like, I've got my little laying down flamingo that I picked up, and I've got my glass Key West thingy with some shells and sand in it, and I've got a few other things laying around. I've got my big ass flamingo. I didn't really do a proper haul. Got this guy. He's pretty big. I'd say he's over a foot tall. That was me. But he's just gotta be into everything. I thought I dropped something. Fluff-wise, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. If I did drop it, I'll find it eventually. But I might have to fun tack the paintbrush container down. And I've got my little glass tile. Glass or ceramic. One of those. Alright, so I'm just gonna worry about our top edge here for the moment. We will see what we can come up with here. So it is kind of pulling this bottom edge up, and that's fine. It's going to. Oh, I can't remember if I said I picked up a thicker piece of felt for the next one that we do to give that a try. I didn't realize they had them quite that thick. Okay, so that's definitely gonna need some more fluff in there. No, I think I must have dropped a piece of fuzz. Unless I'm just batshit crazy. Which, you know, fair. But, no, maybe I didn't drop anything. I don't see anything down at my feet. Okay, alright then. Come on, chair. Come on, chair. Gotta go uphill. Chair is struggle bussin'. Alright, get a chunk here. Snip that off. And we'll get that marked into there. Alright, so I'm not real sure what else is gonna get laid in on top of this water. it might just be our yellowy reflection waterline. Like, that might be it. So we'll see how that's gonna shake out. I'll get it figured out. Tell you, now that I sat down for a minute, I'm like, whoo, I'm pooped. Haven't done nothing. Well, we walked a mile and a quarter, maybe a mile, 0.30 by the time I got done doing my cool down part of my walk, going slower. Was definitely sweating today. That's for sure. Okay, now, where do we want you to go? Maybe in here with this guy. We'll just kind of feel this out. We're going to have to get some overlapping action in here. See how this looks. So getting this guy all tapped into here. Okay. Let's see. Next bit of fluff incoming. So the large color block days are a bit more of the boring stuff. But they're kind of fun to watch on the sped up version. Oh, you know what I do want to get? I've been thinking about it. And I know they're a little expensive, so I'm going to have to save up for it. But I think I do want to get a dash cam. For the next time that we... Like, it won't be this coming trip. But to record the drive through the Keys. I think that would be fun. And then I can watch our own video when I'm on the treadmill. Alright, that piece kind of fit in there pretty good. I had never considered eating at Sloppy Joe's because I really wasn't sure what kind of food they had there. I thought, thought it was just like snacks, like basically like appetizers. They actually had a personal pizza on their menu, and I was like, that actually looks good. So when we go down in September, we might pop into there for lunch before it gets too loud and too crowded. And give them a go. Because it's so hard to find good pizza down there. Well, in what I consider good pizza. I'm really particular about my pizza. And one of the places down there that was like voted best pizza, or like in the top 5 or something for the country or some shit from 2022 on TripAdvisor, it was god awful. And I'm like, what? I'm like, who the fuck voted this is good? This is not good pizza. This is mediocre at best. Like, Elio's tasted better than that, and I was like, huh? And there's a couple of places that are okay. But I wouldn't say, I wouldn't go out of my way to get pizza from there. But I'm like, is it really asking that much for a decent pizza place down here? Is it really?
Apparently.
I guess. Certainly seems like it some days. Okay. Also kind of toying with the idea of getting a cheap pair of either white or black like canvas shoes, that if I can find a pair that fit, like just super plain and as inexpensive as I can get, that I can try to customize with some fabric paint and do my own little flamingo design on them. Because I keep seeing these cute flamingo printy shoes, but I'm not gonna buy shoes sight unseen, sight untried on, because my feet are weird with shoes, so I can't really buy them without trying them on, because that's just not gonna work well. I don't have cookie cutter feet that will just slap into anything that's that supposed size. So we might try to get a pair that we can, plain pair that we can customize. Now the only thing is I don't have any specific fabric paint. I might be able to use this stuff on fabric. I just don't know how it's gonna stay. It says fabric. I mean, I've stained many a shirt with it inadvertently, like wiping paintbrushes off on them. So, and they've been washed a few times and the paint's still very much there. I mean, I guess I might be able to use those. So that way I wouldn't have to buy different paint on top of it. We're gonna turn our matte friend here. So we're definitely starting to take shape for our water area. I managed to get some water on my, not water, lotion on my thirsty hands last night and earlier today, so I'm having trouble with enough friction on my fingers to get this guy to cooperate here. So I guess we're gonna have to pull out the water. Just get enough little friction there to get that guy to twist. The other pieces were kind of struggle busting along with that too. I was like, oh, no, we're okay. We can get through it, but by the third time of dropping the same piece, it's like, yeah, let's just get the water. It's fine. It'll be okay. So this piece is a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit louder tapping through. Okay. So Planet Zoo console released. So yay for the Planet Zoo console fans. I think that released a couple weeks ago. I do wonder if it's a bit more of a challenge to use the controller for that, though. Like, I do wonder if it's more difficult than with the mouse, or if it's just a different set of controls to get used to, or if it's easier. But I do not know, for we don't have a console of any description right now. Oh, my arm is itching. Why are you itchy? Let's stop that. One little spot that I scratched, now all my arm's itchy. One of the reasons I got started a little bit late was that I saw on YouTube while I was eating lunch a live feed that was getting ready to start about something called the Crooks Second Line, the Crooks Annual Second Line Parade, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, who is Crooks and why are we honoring them? Because they did a second line for Jimmy Buffett. And so I'm like, huh? Didn't know anything about this. Apparently it's their 9th year doing it. And it's sort of a benefits the Bahama Village music program that they have down there. Bahama Village is a section of the island, and you donate $100 and they will print up a placard for you to carry in the parade with a loved one that has passed's name on it, or someone that you want to honor in the parade. I saw some people holding photos of Jimmy Buffett on these sticks that they were carrying in the parade. So I guess it can be just anybody that's passed away that you want to honor. And they have the Key West Funeral Band, which I was like, they have a Key West Funeral Band? Apparently they do. And then a Junkaroo high school band or something that was also going to be towards the end. I think that's who the money was going to benefit. So it seemed like a interesting party. And apparently they walked the entire length of Duval Street, and they had a couple of tour trains that they were utilizing as well. for people that couldn't walk the whole distance. I was trying to figure out where they were getting their shit together to get started, because I didn't recognize it at first, and then the one lady that was live streaming it walked around the corner, and then I saw a building that I did recognize, and I was like, oh, that's where they're at. So I don't know, it sounds interesting. And then I started to fall down a rabbit hole. Oh, and then they also do like an honoree page on their website and stuff and everything. I was like, oh, like that's an interesting idea for people that have money to burn, I suppose. And it goes to benefit the music program. So I was like, that's interesting. So I started to fall down that rabbit hole of looking at their website, and I was like, what time is it? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I got to go. Because I still hadn't finished setting up. It's kind of funny because Russell doesn't need to do the treadmill today. Since he's cutting the grass with the push mower. I said I felt bad because I've been the one that's been using it the most. But shit just kept happening. Or he wasn't able to find the time to get on there. Some of the water spilled, so I'm just kind of mopping it up a little bit off of the edge of the desk there. Thinner section right there. I want to fill that in before we get too far along. Mostly so I don't lose its location. Did you message me?
No.
Who messaged me?
That I do not know.
Oh. It was an at everyone. I just kind of looked down and saw the little one there. And was a tad bit confused. Okay, so we've got a couple of little guys, kind of like the same deal on the other side, that are just being a little bit stubborn. Or maybe I just keep pulling the fibers. But I really want to take care of those before I lose track of them. That guy popped into there. And then I've got another little spot, if I can find it again. Around in here. Okay. So that's pretty good there. So our bottom line's a little all over the place, but that's okay. We'll get him. Get him all sorted out here. That's where it is. So whenever I wash my hair, it has a mind of its own, and I keep feeling something tapping the side of my face. I couldn't find where it was coming from. Finally found it. Alrighty, so we'll get this worked into here. So yeah, it will probably take us the rest of today to get our lake filled in. But that's not so bad. Okay. Cow, leave it alone. Oh, he is obsessed with this plastic bag? My guy, it is nothing for you. I promise. Absolutely nothing in there that is going to interest you.
Mommy, the plastic bag itself is of interest.
I know. Trust me, I want to make that plastic bag go away as soon as possible. But I have to be able to get the vase painted and get it sealed before I can make that bag go away. Or at least be closer to putting the flowers in the vase before I, or the pot, whatever the fuck it is, before I can make that bag go away. If I hadn't needed to seal it, I could have it done tonight. But we have to seal it because it's going outside. Okay. You know, when we first started, it said our connection was stable, and now it's back to saying, nope, not stable. Why? We're not lagging, as far as I can tell. We're not dropping frames, as far as I can tell. I don't think OBS is lying to us this time. Very strange. Okay, so tap in that into there. Working on getting that edge. Yeah, I might just come back in with some brown just to give us a little bit of a shoreline here. Doesn't have to be very much brown. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe, maybe not. Kind of depends on what Bob does here. We will see, I suppose. Didn't get a chance to get any video editing done for a couple of days. Kind of mad about that. I just want that project done so I can get the other shit done that's stacking up. Okay. It's not so bad. this guy, twist it up into here. Or we're gonna try to. Okay. Alright, so let's brush that down a bit. Alright, and we'll grab our next bit of floof. And we'll start to get that piece tapped on into here. I'm not going to be able to get any editing done tonight because we have our family game night. So after dinner, and I make us a snack. Which I don't know what that is. Probably be chocolate chip crescent rolls. Probably. I got some mini chips this time, so we're going to try those. Providing I can find them. Oh, got fluff everywhere. It's a fluff flosion. I don't know. A fluflosion? Fluflosion sounds a little better. All right. Probably gonna have to add another little piece in there. Okay. So, thinking you need to chill out right about in there. We'll see how that does us. Does us pretty good, I guess. Okay. So we're still a little bunchy and excess fabric-y in there. But that's okay. And we'll see how much of that gets pulled in. Some of it should get pulled in. As we work our way over and tighten up that bit of felt over there. This side's a little bit tighter just because we've done a little bit more dabbing over here. Come back here, stabby tool. Where do you think you're going? Stabby tool's like, that's it, I'm out. It's like, no, stabby tool. We're not done yet today. We are Far from it. Far, far from it. You've still got like an hour's worth of stabbing left. Alrighty. When is spring break anyway? Has spring break started for some people? Is it not started yet? Is it after Easter? Is it Easter week? College might have started, maybe. I guess it depends on where you are. I guess it has a wide range of dates that it could potentially be, because when I was looking at hotel prices originally, they jumped up exponentially between like March 1st and like May 1st. I was like, damn. Like, that's a little pricey. I know spring break falls in there somewhere. But then I guess you also potentially have college graduations in there. And potentially high school graduations in there, getting into May. May and June, I guess. Depends on when your school lets out. Okay, no, we're going this way. Alright, so let's see. We are over here. And work on tightening up this corner a bit. I mean, you can kind of see like up in here's been pulled up a bit. We may have also been pulling from this corner a lot, so I need to pull from a different corner for a little bit. I'm sure. Okay. You go over there. Not ready to deal with you yet. My goodness. Well, at least dinner tonight shouldn't be too fussy. We're gonna do cheeseburger, macaroni, hamburger helper. And I'm probably gonna try to steam some broccoli to go with it. So we can get some kind of vegetable in there. Of some description. Okay. That all left brushed down there. Maybe we just need to restretch everybody else. Like that could be a possibility. Okay. So let's see about getting this piece. Tapped into here. Work on getting that nice and worked in. Or at least starting to work it in. So it's kind of pulling it back up to where everything should be. And it's okay if the bottom's a little wobbly along the edge, because we're gonna have our dowel rod that we're gonna plop on into there. This piece did feel like it was, the sides were cut a little short. Sometimes I have a little more room on the top and the bottom. Didn't quite have that this time, but that's okay. We will make do. I mean, we'll kind of have to, right? Did you open the window?
Huh?
Did you open the window?
No.
Okay. Sounded like it was open. Car's just particularly loud going by then. Okay. Alright, I know we have that spot there, but we haven't made it back over there yet, so that's okay. So we got that there. Okay. So this corner is still kind of trying to escape us here. Kind of funny, actually. Alright, so let's see what we can do about that. See if we can get all of that pulled back in. Just so it's not quite so exaggerated. That was kind of comical. You can definitely see the fibers of this pulling back in. How it's like curling up there on the edge. Especially when we get into here. Just retightening up everybody. Or at least trying to.
Yeah, give me a few minutes, buddy.
I was gonna say, you got a Momo. Just a minute, Momo. Now you're trying to figure out how to get to me in the stuff fortress that is surrounding my chair. I know, Momo. Hold on, buddy. Hang on, Mose. Right, so Pepper wants to go potty. If y'all will give me just a couple of minutes, now might be a good time to go potty yourselves. Or go grab a snack. or a drink or something. I will be right back. Sorry about that. And Pepper wants to go. It turned out to be Zuzu. And Zuzu was being a brat. And just standing there with his nose in the wind. And then I'm like, come on, go pee. And then he just kind of gave me a dirty look. And then went back to meandering. And I'm like, sir, I really need you to pee right now because Mom's in the middle of something. And then he was trying to lead me on an adventure into the backyard. I'm like, no, we don't have time for adventure right now. I really need you to pee. He always takes forever. Momo's like, okay, let me pee. Momo pees and he's like, alright, we're going back in, like right now. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. Like sometimes Momo drags me across our front porch trying to get back into the house. He's like, I've had enough of this outside business. Okay. Now we'll get in this section. This is a slightly bigger piece, so we're gonna have to give this one a little bit more attention. Okay. Complete with Russell's sound effects in the background. Yeah, I did just pull up from there though, so that got a little more wonkified. Because that section was pretty attached. But that's okay. Okay. So, let's get back to work on our corner here. So we work on getting our lake all filled up. Alright, so it's taken us today's full stream plus probably some of tomorrow's to fill up our lake. That's alright. That's fine. We work within the time that we have for the day. And we go from there. Very loud pickup truck going by. Oh shit. if I turn the heat off in the camper. I gotta see what it's supposed to go down to tonight. See, this is gonna be one of those things that we're just gonna constantly be forgetting. Because it certainly wasn't winterized. The straw bales weren't put around it. One of the mother-in-law's other sisters was supposed to come and pick up these straw bales. One of them looks like it's starting to mold. And they're still here. I'm like, these are going to end up being our problem. Because of course they are. And it's a lot of straw. It's either mold or spider nests. Neither one is particularly comforting. Neither one of those scenarios I'm particularly fond of it being. I guess if it had to be one, I'd rather it be mold. We have to pick one of those scenarios. Okay. So we're just kind of stabbing along here. And I think this little tail, just gonna extend that down the edge here. Because why not? It's gonna have to get filled in eventually anyway. Okay. So now get this guy. Worked into there. It's like you can kind of see it pulling itself back together a little bit there. It's kind of fun to watch it pull the bottom edge back in. Alright, so I don't know if it's really all that noticeable that it's doing that on the camera. Pretty noticeable on the when you're doing it in person though. Okay. So start to get this guy. Try to overlap that a little bit up into that one. Still getting used to having contact paper down. So like I've dripped a little bit of water from our water bottle lid. I'm going to pick it up and it's like just smooth, like ice surface. Little things amuse me. I think there were some flamingo print ones, but I wasn't sure how I felt about them because I don't think they were specifically contact paper. I think it just said something about like peel and stick, which is the same concept of contact paper, but I was a little nervous about it because I wasn't sure if it was actually going to stick in the way I needed it to. So it's like, that's okay. We'll just go with this one. And that's fine. I'm not even sure what time it was when we went to bed last night. So I was tired, but I had my snack and I wanted my snack to settle. So I'm not really sure. Might have been like midnight. No, it was before, well, no, it was before midnight because my, it was like just before midnight because my one game that I've been, obsessively playing when I go to bed, hadn't flipped over for the day yet. Like the new challenge wasn't available just yet. I've been playing Spider Solitaire, but the version I got, you can, right now at the level I'm at, you can do 2-suit solitaire or 2-suit Spider Solitaire. instead of just having it be all spades. It's spades and hearts, I believe. That's actually a bit of a challenge for me. I'm like, oh. See, I'm not that good at that one. Desk is extra slippery because of the contact paper, so my mat keeps wanting to slide away and go for a walk around my desk. I haven't made a frame yet to contain my mat friend here. One of these days I probably will get around to it. Eventually. Alright, so yeah, that's kinda, it's still a little wonky a bit further down, but we've gotten this corner tightened up pretty good, I think. Okay. We're getting there. Getting there. A lot more lake to fill in than I realized there was, I guess. You done?
Yep. I only had a little bit left. It was mostly in Nancy's yard.
Okay. Where are you gonna keep the battery?
Huh?
Where are you keeping the battery?
It's in the laundry room.
Okay. So we're gonna have a little bit of being off on that very bottom edge, but I'm okay with that because our dowel rod's going to be a little bit thicker than that, and it's going to cover it. We'll do what we can to cover that up. get that all tucked into there, and that's probably pretty good there. Pretty good. Okay, next bit is gonna go into here. Well, the Tulsa Zoo's new elephant building should be opening in a couple of months, I think. They were letting people tour the new, or preview the new elephant barn the other day. So that'll be fun for the next time we go. I don't believe they've got the elephants in the new barn yet. But they're almost done building it. So that's exciting. They've been working on that for a while now. Sorry, if I'm gonna wet this, I might as well snag any extra off of there. Okay. Chugging along. Yeah, so we'll have to finish the water up tomorrow, I think. Just based off of what time it is. Okay. So maybe we'll do this bit of fluff. Oh yeah, we tucked that up in there pretty good. At least it seems like it. It's not quite as wonky as it was. We brought that around. Oh my goodness, my eyelid won't stop twitching. Hasn't done that for a while. Started that back up today. Like, why? Why are we twitching now? Like it was behaving. then suddenly it's like, nah, we're gonna do this today. Please don't. Okay, so let's peel that guy off gently. Right, let's see how we're looking here. We're not looking too bad. I'm pretty good here so far. All right. So we made a little bit of progress today. I think we're gonna stop early. I'm really tired. So we've gotten most of the lake done. Tomorrow we'll be able to finish filling that in. If we have time, we'll figure out if we're gonna add a little bit of dirt on the edges. I might, just to give a tiny bit of shoreline around in there, even if I just ring it around there just a little bit to give an indication of where it's at. And then we'll see about maybe adding the reflection if we have time tomorrow. This is going to be brown, so this is going to be a different color because it's part of the land sneaking down through here, and it's closer, it's going to be more silhouetted, so that's why we're going to do that one in just our chocolatey brown color. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave off today. Don't forget to follow all of the socially do's down below. There's links to the Twitter, the Ko-fi, the Instagram, and the YouTube. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if we'll be able to start a little bit earlier, but if I can, great. I hope everybody has a good week, and I hope to see you later. So until next time, you guys, have a good one.